YB stays on your neck.
You know, you have to put Tyson Fury and Deontay at the top right now. You know, I was disappointed in Anthony Joshua because he wasn't really getting the fights. When Tyson Fury and Deontay fought, I'm like, these guys got the best sparring. They're sparring each other. But Anthony Joshua wasn't doing anything. He was basically on the shelf. And his manager basically left him on the shelf and said, oh, no, we don't want that fight. We want an easy fight. And, you know, a guy like that, he's like a racehorse. He needs to be tested. He needs to get out there and work against the best talent out there so he can get better, not to stay on the shelf. And the way how they were looking at it, and I'm not in their camp, obviously they're out trying to get the money, grab the money there, grab the money over there, and not really have the hard fights before grabbing the money.
Yo, my dance, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So as you heard at the start of this video, and you can see on your screen now, Lennox, the confirmed certified hater, responded to Anthony Joshua's clown colouring, aka Lewis the Clown Lennox. Lennox the Clown Lewis, sorry. And we're going to go through them now. I know I'm a week late, but obviously your boy's been ill, so we'll get to it nonetheless. And first things first, as I said in my other video, the reason I put this particular clip isn't actually recent. Well, it was taken on the 24th of June, so a few months ago now, but I put it in there for a bit of context because some of the things Lewis says here, he makes out like, oh, I don't know where this Joshua, I don't know why Joshua's so angry at me for, I haven't done anything, oh, he's got people around him filling his head with garbage. No, you've been systematically for the last 3 years a PBC, I'm not even sure if it's a PBC shield because you suck Fury off and you suck Wilder off. I've got another video coming soon where hand on heart exclusive video. No one ain't got this video. No one ain't seen this video before. I've got a video of Lennox Lewis sucking Tyson Fury off and actually not only defending but putting forward the theory that Fury is lineal champion. Bearing in mind Lennox was the last true lineal champion, he should be the one calling out and saying, you know what guys, I don't really think Fury is the lineal champion. And it's not even like, okay, well, he may or may not be the lineal champion, but at least he is fighting the best people, so at least he's kind of enforcing it that way. Not only is Fury's claim to have any sort of belt completely preposterous, he's also fighting complete stiff, so it's like, there's no real way to support Fury on that lineal claim. No way at all. But yet to see Lennox supporting that, but yet you'll see AJ having fought. This video was taken June 2019, by the way, so 2 months ago. So whilst AJ's fighting Povetkin, Klitschko, Takam, Ruiz, looking to fight Wilder, looking to fight Fury, fights Dillian White, whilst AJ's doing all that, and Lennox the hater Lewis, what do you have to say? Oh, AJ wanted easy fights. He didn't, and the other day I exposed it as well, where Lennox was saying, oh, he saw Fury and Wilder fight, he don't want none of them guys. This man says all these things, and he's wondering why people are, well, why AJ's got something to say about him. And what gets me is, these individuals like Lennox, they're proper slimy. And when I say slimy, it's because look at how he's acting. Any true man would come out and say, you know what, let's get it popping, or what I'm trying to say is, he'd own it. He's not owning his words. He's trying to play that whole public image. Oh, I'm the victim. He's trying to be the victim all the time. Come out and stand by it. What he should have done, yeah, when this all kicked off, he should have come out and said, yeah, this is what I think about AJ. The fact he's trying to backtrack and trying to, oh, why is AJ, oh, AJ needs to stop listening to the people around him, filling his head with this stuff. It's weird. Proper female. But we already know, Lennox is a bit of a female, yeah? He's known as what we call a bottom. Lennox is a certified, spoken to people inside Lennox Lewis's camp. Here's what we know. Here's what, I'm not going to go into details on it, but people who know will know. Lennox is what they call a bottom. Within these particular circles, I'm not going to point it out, but you can read between lines here. Within a particular circle, Lennox is known as a bottom. Simple as that. That's why he acts like this, because he's a certified bottom. Anyway, let's get to the actual particulars with what Lennox said. So AJ calls him a clown, and Lennox initially claps back with this. He says, wow, he's right. We are cut from different cloth. Undisputed wasn't something I worry. See, look, he's probably got like these female, like, he puts worried in quotation marks. I wasn't. This is what problem as well. When people get murked, the way AJ did Lennox, like I broke down the other day, the way AJ did him was proper muggy. Just mugged him off, yeah? Anna Woolhouse was ready to gas Lennox up about being, oh, Lennox came back from defeats, and she was ready to gas Lennox up, and AJ just rocked in out of nowhere and said, Lennox is a clown, I don't rate Lennox, out of nowhere. Completely just, I'm pretty sure, in fact I've heard from people within Lennox's camp, Lennox was sitting down with his wife and kids, watching that episode, proper grinning teeth when he heard Anna Woolhouse say, oh yeah, Lennox came back from this and came back from that, and then AJ dropped it in there. Lennox is a clown. His wife and his kids looked at him like, oh my gosh, are you gonna? And that's why he's in his feelings now, because he got mugged off in front of all of his peoples. He thought he was gonna tune into a Sky program that was gassing him up when he wasn't. AJ ruthlessly dropped it on him, dropped the hammer on him, and that's why he's sour now. And that's why you see him now. This is typical internet stuff. You know, where people start like correcting your spellings and, oh, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried. No one cares. Like, when AJ said stuff about, oh yeah, that's the worst thing, if you actually listen to what AJ said, he wasn't saying, oh, I was really scared of being undisputed. He was just saying, that was one of the things that I was focused on, aka, I was worried about, or I was focused on becoming undisputed. That was one of my goals, that was something I was thinking about, something I was worrying about, yeah? That's the context AJ said it in. Now Lennox is trying to flip it as if AJ said, "Oh yeah, I was really worried about becoming." This guy's a weirdo, proper weird. To hear the way AJ said it, and then to try and play it the other way. This is what I'm trying to say to you. This guy's weird. He's snaky. He's freaky with it. He's a typical bottom. Weird. Oh, I was never worried. I just did it. Well, you didn't really do it. Really, Lennox, if I'm honest with you. You waited until everyone was half dead, if the truth be known. When did you fight Tyson? After we know, categorically, I think it was Joe Egan. Big Joe Egan came out and exposed you and told you, back in the 80s in the Catskills, along with Ortiz was there as well. Ortiz, Mike Tyson, and Lennox Lewis were training there, and Mike Tyson put you down. Yeah? Fact, he put you down, and ever since then, that's what, it's no surprise now, it took you the best part of 20 years to fight Mike Tyson. Even in 2001 or 2002, whenever you fought him, 2003, whenever you fought him, even though he was 10, 15 years cooked, you didn't want to fight him in the meantime. Even though you saw Evander Holyfield beat him, you still didn't want him. He still wasn't dead enough for you. You wanted to wait until he was so dead and so coked up. And even then he gave you a good fight for a few rounds, if I'm being honest. He stuck it on you for the first few rounds until he got tired. You were struggling, so let's get it straight now. Try and make it, oh, undisputed. You waited until everyone was half dead and half old, and then, when the up-and-comers started coming along, you didn't want to know. Vitaly beat you up, and you got lucky with that one, and you got the rematch. Anyway, that's that first one done with. Next one, he comes with. This one's funny as well. Here we go, look. Oh, disappointing. And this is the other thing as well, you notice, not only does he come with this whole weird bottom and female kind of, he tries his son AJ as well. He says, oh, disappointed in AJ's words, but I understand that this jealousy narrative was only fabricated after I criticised them for wilder negotiations. All of a sudden, I'm a hater. He always does that weird ass emoji as well. He puts his hands in the air. Own it, you pussy. Stop trying to, I don't know why people are coming at me for. He always does that. I remember when he was getting criticism about the Wilder rejecting 100 million. He said, oh, I told everyone I'd take 100 million, and put that emoji with his hands in the air again. Start owning the stuff, Lennox. Stop being all this, oh, don't come at me, oh, I don't know. Proper dope, he's a proper dope, isn't he, Lennox? Lennox the dope Lewis. He don't want to commit to anything, he just wants to put his hands in the air. Weirdo. I'm telling you now. This is the other thing, here we go. Ask who benefits from such a simple-minded narrative. Not AJ, not me. Well, who does benefit, Lennox?
Because from where I'm sitting, and in fact, from where everyone's sitting, from where everyone with a brain's sitting, you would have won. That's not, as I mentioned earlier in this video, Lennox is once again, he doesn't want to take responsibility. Never mind worrying about, oh, ask who benefits. You're the one who's been running your mouth. Go and check my last 2 videos, or my, you know what I mean, the AJ one and this one. We've seen you categorically sucking Fury and Wilder off and bashing AJ completely. And like I say, criticism's fine when it's based in fact. The facts are you've had nothing to say with Wilder fighting Brazil and old T's. The facts are you've had nothing to say with Fury fighting stiff after stiff. In fact, you're still sucking Wilder and Fury off for a fight they had 9 months ago. And not only was it a fight 9 months ago, it's also the only fight they've had in their whole career. Yeah? Wilder hasn't got a catalogue of fights you can say, before Fury it was him, and before him it was him. He's got 1 fight, Fury, that's it. And all you can do is sing praises for it. AJ's been the one with less fights, and done more. And you've got nothing but, oh, he's taking easy fights. Oh yeah, the Ruiz fight, he didn't plan that properly. Yeah, his team didn't calculate for that one. Well, even that there contradicts you, Lennox. The fact that you rate Ruiz so highly, and you said that AJ's team didn't actually, or AJ's team underestimated him, that proves that they actually want real smoke, doesn't it, you muppet? The fact you rate Ruiz so highly proves, or disproves, you saying that AJ wants easy fights. Because if he wanted easy fights, he wouldn't be fighting Ruiz, he'd have been fighting Schwartz. Next one. Oh yeah, yeah, and just quickly as well, never mind talking about, oh, ask who benefits. Stop running your mouth, that's who benefits. At the moment, you're the one benefiting. You're the one with a motive. You're the one doing the stuff in reality. No one, before, in fact, people, it's funny, all the LDBC goons, they bring up the fact that, oh, yeah, man, Eddie Herman going at Lennox. No one was going at Lennox before Lennox started coming with all this weird narrative, this whole stuff about, as I've explained, I don't keep going over it, but this whole narrative of, oh, AJ's ducking, what, AJ didn't want no, AJ was happy being protected in the UK, all that business. No one had, in fact, actually, as I remember it, in the last 2 years, AJ's been literally, every time Lennox has gone at AJ's been saying nothing but good things. And it's only until now he's actually clapped back. And I know this for a fact because I remember actually imploring AJ, give it back to him. Put it on him. Do you know what I mean? I was getting tired of it all going one way. Now it goes the other way. Lennox can't take it. As I told you before, this man's a bottom. They're not made to take. They're not made emotionally. He might appear to be. He's not emotionally robust. He's not. He's more on the, from what I've heard from people around him, he edges more on the female side of things. He's known as, in couples, as far as the couples go, he's known as the woman. That's that. Anyway, you can take, like it or hate, he's known as the woman in the couple. Simple. Next one. I think this speaks for itself. Casting me as a jealous hater for AJ's career is nonsense. It all started with rightful criticism for not doing enough to make Wilder fight happen. I won't be pitted against AJ. The Hearn agenda. Oh, so now we get, more information on what he was saying before. So you know, in a second ago he said about, read between the lines. It doesn't benefit me. This narrative doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit AJ. Think about who it benefits. God knows how it benefits Hearn, if I'm honest. You're jealous that Hearn got the business. You was begging for the AJ. AJ mugged you off. Went to a real businessman with real acumen and real results. Lennox, what have you been doing in your managerial or promotional career? Squat. You've done nothing. So don't be sour because Hearn's turned AJ into the biggest thing going since sliced bread. Anyway, more to the point though. This is the problem, so it's this whole thing of taking responsibility. This is fundamentally like classical of bottom people, because you'll see him here saying, oh yeah, casting me as a jealous hater. No one's casting you as anything. Yeah, your words are your words. Your words come across as a jealous hater. The fact that you've got nothing good to say about what AJ's done and got everything good to say to Wilder and Fury, when in reality, actually going by the facts and the stats, you should have nothing good to say about Wilder and Fury. To be honest, that's the reality of it. It's got nothing to do with people casting you as anything. Your words they're not perverse, they're inverse. You're barking at the wrong tree, literally. And that's the other thing. Even that in itself, it all started with rightful. Even look at him. It all started with rightful criticism for not doing enough to make the Wilder fight happen. Well, wait there a minute, Lennox. You yourself. This is the funny thing. Do you want to know how the Wilder versus AJ saga actually ended? As of date, the Wilder versus AJ saga is AJ sent $120 million offer. Of which, what did you say, Lennox? Did you say, oh yeah, Wilder's ducking, or did you say anything polarizing? Did you say anything casting, or whatever you want to call? Did you say anything jealous, hatering against Wilder? No, you said, I would have taken the money. Putting that emoji up again with your hands in the air. That's how it was left. So how can your this is why you're a jealous hater, because your criticism isn't rightful. If your criticism was rightful, you'd have been critical and giving it to Wilder, saying I would have taken the money. That isn't being critical. That there is actually protecting Wilder. You've actually removed responsibility from Wilder, removed the heat from Wilder, and put it onto yourself. No one was asking you if you was going to take the money, you muppet. What you need to do is inject some of that rightful criticism onto Wilder. That's what should have happened, but it didn't. Hence why you come across as a jealous hater, Mr. Bottom. Simple. But don't worry, many people don't actually understand the issues here. The YB is more than happy to break it down for you, Lennox. Yeah? Simple. About I won't be. This is the problem as well. I feel sorry as well, because this man is clearly not a smart man. I won't be pitted against AJ. As if anyone's been trying to... You yourself has been pitting yourself against AJ. About the hurting agenda. Weirdo. Next thing. Here we go again. I don't blame AJ as much as I blame the people around him that stoke the fires. I have remained at an arm's distance from AJ to respect that he wants to make his own way. I'm sure he also gets sick of the constant comparisons to me over his entire career. Bro, no one's ever compared AJ to you. Seriously, I've never heard that. That there is your ego wishing people would compare AJ to you. No one's ever done that. I'm not being joking. No one's ever honestly. Maybe I'm wrong. I've never heard the comparison at all. Never heard it. Lennox was a guy who just was more of a jabber and a runner. AJ gets stuck in as of date. You've never been that. I'm not being funny. Lennox wasn't known as an exciting fighter. He wasn't. That's the bottom line. He was not known as an explosive, exciting fighter. He was known as he was alright, but he was a standard heavyweight of that day. He wasn't known as an explosive fighter, unfortunately. AJ is. So let's get that out of your mind completely now. No one's sick of anything because you're not comparable in that sense. Not to say that Lennox is a better or worse fighter. I'm just saying it's the facts here. You've never been compared to each other whatsoever. Next part as well, this one here about he's always trying to as I was saying earlier about he's always trying to sun AJ. He's always trying to make out AJ's like thick. I don't blame AJ as much as I blame the people around him. As if AJ can't have his own mind. AJ came out and called you a clown off his own accord. AJ runs things in his camp. That's the bottom line, yeah? AJ pays Eddie, unlike Wilder, unlike Fury. Fury gets paid by Bob, Fury gets paid by Fisher Eyes, and Wilder gets paid by Winkle, and Wilder gets paid by Gaiman. If he does get paid, we're not sure, because as per Adrian Broner, we're not even sure if them PBC fighters are getting paid since Floyd left. Yeah? We don't know. What we do know is AJ's paying Hearn, that's it. So never mind about, we don't know, I don't blame AJ. You got AJ on his own back called you a clown. Now you need to learn to deal with that fact. Don't be trying to blame it on other people. He came out and mugged you off. Yeah? If you don't like it, I've got another video coming out soon talking about this, but there's rumours that Lennox the Hater Lewis might be coming back, and I implore him to. Please come back. Let AJ get a taste of that sweet bottom arse you got going on there, Lennox. Let him get a taste of it. I'm telling you now. Never mind how old he is. You get busted up, and that's why you don't want to come back. You were saying, I'll come back if it's 100 million. Do it then. Start backing it up. Oh, he's too old. Well, you should have. Don't open your mouth then. That's how really things should go. If you're not sure, if you think you're a bit old, keep your mouth shut. Simple. What more can I say? Become humble. When you get too old, you shouldn't have all these smoky opinions. From where I'm sitting, you shouldn't, because otherwise, go to the basement, dust off your old boots, dust off your old gloves, and put it out there. And you won't be the oldest person to box anyway. Next one. I'll leave this as the last one because this video's gone on for a while. I'll have to do the others on another day. He says, "He is the first AJ, not the next Lennox Lewis. Like I said, I won't fall into that trap and be pitted against him. He has a watershed moment in his career coming up, and all this only serves as a distraction by the media. Notice how they only led with his comments about me." I don't know, man. I've already talked about this one. No one's comparing you to Lennox. Get your ego out of that. I know you want to attach yourself to AJ. No one has ever. Honestly, I'm not even. Maybe it's just me. I've never heard people genuinely comparing them. Honestly, apart from maybe the Olympic gold medal. That's the only thing I've ever heard. Oh yeah, Lennox Lewis, former gold medalist. So was AJ. That's it. I've never heard anything else comparable. I haven't. That's the bottom line. I haven't heard it. Because for what we know is AJ is born in the UK and he's fighting in the UK. He's not flying to Canada, flying to US, flying back to Britain. He ain't doing that. That's the first thing. Second thing is he's not fighting stiffs after stiffs for 30 fights. Yeah. Next thing, he's getting knockouts. Next thing, he's humble. He's not wherever you are. Weird dude who looks down, who looks at the younger generation and wants to pick holes in everyone. And as I'll end this video anyways, saying that, in fact, I'll have to do another one talking about the other comments, because actually there's some funny tweets here that I don't want to miss. But yeah, this guy, man, anyone who thinks that AJ's out of order, you need to just start actually listening. That's why it's important to put these videos, because some people haven't actually heard what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. Now, if you think that's neutral, then that's your business. I don't think it is. He has all good things to say about some people and all bad things to say about the other. I'm not being funny, but come on, man, look at what Fury's doing. If you can sit there and suck off what Fury's doing, and then you look at AJ and you've got nothing. Oh, AJ only wants easy fights. Oh, he's happily being protected in the UK. Nah, man, that's not right. Something wrong with you. You are a blatant hater. It's got nothing to do with, oh, I don't want to be pitted against him. You do want to be pitted against him. That's why you say what you say, you muppet.